Most people think attraction is about looks, money, or status. But the truth is, the most magnetic traits have nothing to do with any of that. It's the little things, things most men don't even realize they're doing. Women notice how you walk into a room, how you handle setbacks, how you talk about yourself. It's not about what you say. It's about how you move, how you listen, how you carry yourself. And the best part, once you understand this, you won't have to try so hard. You'll naturally radiate a presence that draws people in. There's something powerful about a man who knows who he is. He doesn't need to be the loudest or the flashiest. His energy speaks for itself. The way he stands, the way he takes up space, the way he remains calm even when things go wrong. A man who doesn't get flustered, who doesn't complain or make excuses. That's the kind of energy that commands attention. Imagine you're on a date and something unexpected happens. One man panics, gets irritated, blames the situation. The other man laughs it off, stays cool, adapts. Each one leaves a lasting impression. Women pick up on details most men overlook. The way you listen, really listen, not just nodding along, waiting for your turn to speak, but actually engaging, asking questions that show you care, making eye contact, being fully present. That's rare. That's attractive. And then there's the small things. Things like scent. Most men underestimate just how powerful smell is. It's one of the strongest triggers for memory and emotion. Find a signature scent. Something subtle but distinct. Something that lingers just enough. When you walk past, you won't even need to say a word. Your presence will be felt. And then, there's how you treat people when you think no one's watching. Do you show kindness to strangers? Do you treat waiters, cashiers, and people in service jobs with respect? Women notice how you move through the world, not just how you treat them, but how you treat everyone. That's what speaks the loudest. A man who doesn't need an audience to be decent. That's the kind of man people remember. But more than anything, attraction isn't just about who you are. It's about where you're going. A man with purpose, with direction, with a fire in his eyes. That's powerful. You don't need to be ultra-successful right now, but you do need to have a vision. A man with ambition, with something he's building, something he's chasing. That energy is contagious. Women aren't just drawn to what you have. They're drawn to what you're becoming. And at the core of it all, the most attractive trait isn't about money, looks, or status. It's about comfort. Are you at ease with who you are? Or are you constantly seeking validation? Confidence isn't loud. It's not trying too hard. It's an unshakable knowing. I don't need to impress you. I already know my value. That's what people gravitate toward. Here's something most men never realize. The way you talk about yourself shapes how people see you. If you're always complaining, always making excuses, always downplaying your own worth, that energy is felt. But if you speak about your life with confidence, gratitude, and excitement, it shifts everything. Because the way you carry yourself, the way you tell your story, it changes how the world responds to you. And when you master that, you won't need to chase attraction. It will come to you effortlessly. And that's the secret most men never figure out. Attraction isn't something you force. It's something you embody. It's not about lines, tricks, or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about becoming the kind of man who naturally draws people in. The kind of man who walks into a room and doesn't have to say a word because his presence alone speaks volumes. Think about the men you admire, the ones who seem effortlessly magnetic. What is it about them? It's not just their looks, their money, or even their status. It's something deeper. It's the way they own who they are, the way they move through the world with certainty, with a quiet, unshakable belief in themselves. That's the energy people can't ignore. Women notice when you're comfortable in your own skin, when you don't need approval, when you don't shrink yourself to fit in, when you don't overcompensate to prove your worth. They notice when you carry yourself with self-respect, when you take care of your appearance not to impress anyone, but because you value yourself. They notice how you react under pressure, how you handle conflict, how you treat people who can do nothing for you. Every little thing adds up, and it tells a story about who you are. And here's the truth. You can't fake this. You can't pretend to be confident. You can't force presence. You either own who you are, or you don't. And that's the work most men avoid, the work of truly becoming someone they respect. Because when you do that, everything else falls into place. You stop chasing. You stop trying so hard. You stop wondering what women want, because you already know. You've become it. The moment you start living with purpose, carrying yourself with confidence, and treating yourself like someone of value, you won't need to convince anyone of your worth. They'll feel it. They'll see it in the way you move, in the way you speak, in the way you simply exist. And when that happens, attraction is no longer something you try to create. It's something that happens naturally, without effort. So the question isn't, what do women notice about me? The real question is, who am I becoming? Because when you focus on that, everything else takes care of itself. And that's where everything changes. Because the moment you stop seeking external validation and start living with true self-respect, you shift from being someone who wants attention to someone who commands it. Not through words, not through effort, but through sheer presence. Women, and people in general, are drawn to energy. The energy of a man who knows his worth, who isn't easily shaken, who moves through life with certainty. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. What matters is that you're becoming, that you're growing, that you're striving for something beyond just comfort and survival. Think about the difference between a man who's stagnant and a man who's in motion. One is stuck in the same routine, aimlessly drifting, waiting for life to happen to him. The other is building, evolving, pushing himself. He's working on his body, his mind, his craft, his purpose. He's not waiting for permission to be great. He's actively creating the life he wants. That energy is unmistakable. It's why some men, without saying a word, naturally draw people in. Their presence speaks for them. It says, I know where I'm going. I don't need to prove anything. I'm too busy becoming the best version of myself. And that's irresistible. Because here's what most people don't realize. Attraction is not about impressing others. It's about inspiring them. A man who is deeply passionate about his life, his goals, his mission. That's the kind of man who stands out. Not just to women, but to everyone. And when you operate from that place, when you focus on building yourself instead of seeking validation, you don't have to chase people. The right ones will recognize your energy and want to be part of your journey. Not because you begged for their attention, but because they feel something different about you. So stop worrying about whether women notice you. Instead, ask yourself, am I living a life worth noticing? Because when you do that, when you commit to growth, discipline, and self-respect, you'll never have to seek attention again. It will come to you effortlessly because you've become the kind of man who doesn't just exist. He leads. You said, and that's the real secret. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, everything else falls into place. Attraction, respect, opportunity. It all starts with you. So stop worrying about impressing people and start focusing on improving yourself. Build your confidence. Take care of yourself. Stay calm under pressure. Listen with intention and move through life with purpose. Because when you do, you won't have to chase anything. The right people, the right opportunities, and the right relationships will naturally be drawn to you. If you found value in this, do me a favor. Hit that like button. It helps this channel grow and makes sure more people get to hear this message. And if you're serious about leveling up in every area of your life, make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on insights like these. Drop a comment below and let me know. What's one thing you've noticed that truly separates confident men from the rest? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And before you go, we've got another powerful video lined up for you right here. It's one you won't want to miss. Click it now and I'll see you over there. Stay sharp, stay confident, and keep becoming the man you were meant to be.